Hi guys, welcome to Moonchild Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of the Mythic Tarot. Well, it's actually the new Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman-Burke and Liz Greene, and it's illustrated by Giovanni Caselli. So this is the new version of a deck that came out years ago, and I know a lot of people have got problems with the artwork in it, but because I never had the other one, I don't have any issues with it. So we'll start off by talking about the book. Look at the chunkiness of this is a book. A lovely and amazing book. It starts off with the sort of the introduction, the origins of tarot cards, and then it talks about the Mythic Tarot and then the major arcana. Now these arcana are not in the same order as normal major arcana. They're in a slightly different order, and every single card, including the minors, has at least a full page about the cards. And at the back you've got spreads, and you also have notes pages for taking notes. So this is a really good book. Now, I've actually trimmed these cards because they were massive and I've only got teeny tiny hands. So I have actually trimmed this deck down. It used to have this border all the way around it. So I'm going to go through this deck with you. So each of the major arcanas is a different god or goddess. So here we have the Fool. So this is Dionysus, the twice born, and then this bird up here, this is supposed to be Zeus. And then we've got Hermes is the magician, the guide of travelers. So normally we'd have the High Priestess next, but instead we've got the Empress. So this is supposed to be Demeter, the Earth Mother. And she is really lovely. And on her, like, her necklace, there are 12 stones, and that is supposed to signify the 12 signs of the zodiac. And we've got the Emperor, so this is Zeus, and he's got his lightning bolt here. And then the High Priestess, this is Persephone, Queen of the Underworld. The Hierophant, so this is Chiron, King of the Centaur. And then the Lovers, so this is the Trojan Prince, this is Paris. And then we've got Hera, Aphrodite and Athene. The Chariot. Obviously this is Ares pulling his chariot through the sky. He's the war god. Again, Athene for justice, and she is the goddess of justice. And now we've got Temperance, which isn't usually in this spot either. This is Iris. She is the goddess of rainbows. Strength. Obviously this is Heracles, and he was supposed to be the most invincible of heroes. He's most commonly known as Hercules, but that's the Roman name for him. In Greek mythology he is actually Heracles. And then the Hermit, this is Kronos, and his name means time. And then the Wheel, here we've got the three goddesses of fate. So we've got Clotho, she is the spinner. And then we've got Lachesis, I think it's Lachesis, I can't remember how you pronounce hers. She is the measurer. And then here we have Atropos, and she is the cutter. So she is supposed to, at the very last moment of your life, she cuts your thread, and that's when your life ends. And then we've got the Hanged Man. This is Prometheus. And up here we've got the eagle that's supposed to eat out his liver every day. But this is actually wrong. It's not supposed to be an eagle. It's supposed to be a vulture, because Zeus decided that an eagle was too elegant a bird for him, because Prometheus defied Zeus and taught humans how to make fire. So he was strapped to a rock, and Zeus said that every day a vulture would come and eat his liver. He was eventually saved by Heracles. And Death. This is Hades, Lord of the Underworld. The Devil. So this is Pan. This is Hades' son. And the Tower. This is a famous labyrinth of King Minos, I think it is, if I remember rightly, King Minos. And this is Poseidon using his wrath to break the tower. He caused an earthquake. And then we've got the Star. So this is Pandora, and obviously Pandora's box. But again, this is wrong, because it wasn't actually a box. It was more like a jar. And then the Moon is Hecate. She is the ruler of moon magic and enchantment. And then the Sun. This is the sun god Apollo. And then Judgment is Hermes again, who we saw as the magician right at the beginning. And then by this point he has come along on his journey, and he's the psychopomp. He is the guide of souls. So that's what these are here. And then finally we have the World, and this is Hermaphroditus. So you can see we've got the woman and the man here. And again, the sword, the wand, the chalice, and the pentacle. So that's the main arcana, the majors. And then the minors all have, so the 1 to 10 is a Greek mythology story, and then the court cards are different gods and goddesses. So the Suit of Cups is the story of Eros and Psyche. So we've got Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then the page, this is Narcissus. The knight is Perseus. Queen is Helen, who became Helen of Troy. And the king is Orpheus. And then the wands, this is a story of Jason and the Argonauts. So I've got Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then this is Phrixus, who is trying to get the golden fleece. The knight is Bellerophon. I'm not quite sure how to say that one, to be honest with you. And then the queen is Penelope. I love her with our little lioness down here. And the king is Theseus. And then the swords, this is the story of Orestes and the curse of the house of Atreus. So we've got Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And then the page, this is Zephyrus, he is wind. And this is Castor and Polydactys, just I think it's Polyjusis, I'm not quite sure again how to pronounce that one. And Atalanta the Huntress. And Odysseus. And then finally the Pentacles, this is the story of Daedalus. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And then the page is Triptolemus. The knight is Aristeus. The queen is Omphale. And the king is Midas. So because I've trimmed these down, they are actually, I'll put you back up a little bit now. They are really, really easy for me to shuffle. Before, the cards were like quite wide and they were quite tall, so I couldn't get my hands around them. So like I said, I've trimmed them down and they are really, really easy for me to shuffle now. And I have to say, this is a really, really wonderful deck if you are into Greek mythology, or if you're wanting to get into Greek mythology. Honestly, this is an amazing deck, and the book is so detailed, and it tells you the story of each of the cards as you go along. So I highly recommend this deck. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and it would be wonderful if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, I hope the cards are good to you. Bye bye.